YouTube, how's it going? This is Chris over here from Chris Entertains. Today we are building the all new PC that we're going to be using for our gaming setup and our streaming setup. What you're going to be finding in this build list is very clear and easy to see. So what we're going to be using, we're actually using a Ryzen 9 5950X for this build, paired with an RTX 3080 Ti FE Founders Editions. Now let's go ahead and go into the rest of what we're doing. Alright, so what you're seeing here, it's our beautiful X570 motherboard from Asus, from the Strix lineup. Pretty much what you're gonna wanna get as your ultimate overclocking motherboard. So just to let you guys know, we have a ton of RGB for this PC this time around. Let's go ahead and screw in our SSD M.2 Gen 3. You want it snug, but you don't want to over tighten any of this stuff, guys. Alright, so we got that done. Here is the Ryzen 9 5950X that we're going to be using for this PC build. Bring it in a little closer, a little closer. Look at that. Just make sure there's a little triangle here, a little triangle there. You line that up. Drop it down, make sure it's in there, drop it, you're good. Set down our DRAMs, and let's go ahead and populate them. Usually, if you're only using 2 sticks of RAM, what you're gonna do is slot here, this slot, you skip one, and this slot. So these 2 slots are the ones you wanna populate on this motherboard. Sometimes you do wanna check, there's a little writing here that tells you which slots you go with your motherboard, and you check which slots you need to occupy. I already know on this one because I have built on Strix motherboards already a lot. All my PCs have had Strix motherboards, so I don't have to go in order because I'm filling up all the slots this time around. So just with that being said, drop that in. Make sure we are going in the right way. There's only one way that this is going to insert. You don't want to add too much pressure. Honestly, dropping it in, lining it up, pushing down is more than enough. Bam. All right. Let's hope that what we're seeing in there is exactly what I think, and it's an RGB fence. Woo. Ta-da! That's why I was gonna be pissed. Those are the fans we are gonna be using. And let me get this straight, guys. Let me make this straight to you. Bam! We sure have FPS like a crazy mofo. And we also have something else that we're going to be adding into the case that is going to make this stand out outside of all the other builds that we have, and it's in here. You're like, well, Christian, what is in there? Well, in here is our riser and our really badass vertical GPU mount that's actually going to go in here. It's going to go in there, and the PC GPU is going to be coming out this way. It's just going to look sick. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We got to put this to the side for right now, as we're going to be working inside of the case, putting all these case fans in. By the way, while we're talking RGB, do you guys know what these are? These are LianLi extension cables in RGB. So just to give you a little sneak, those are gonna light up my house like it's Christmas. In place. So what I'm doing right now, guys, so just to show you, I'm just throwing the 2 terabyte hard drive that we have. I'm just gonna go ahead and line this up. It always hurts my hands to do this. And put it in on the back. So turn this around. Yep, we're lined up. There you go. We have our drive-in. Go ahead and get this ready. So we're gonna go ahead and go here.
There, I fixed it. It's just gonna be.
Now, with at least one fan in. Well, let's go ahead and introduce this bad boy in here. Make sure we don't clip. We look good on the rear AIO. We're looking good, we're looking good, we're looking good. I need to put some 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 of them, it looks like. We're just worrying about just build. I would have already flown through all this. So, take 2. And we're good. We're not introducing the power supply. We're grabbing one cable out of here for now. And we went with 850 freaking watts of Gold Plus rated power, brought to you by Segotep. They're one of our brands that are suppliers and our brand sponsors. So check them out. They actually have really affordable stuff on there. And pretty much I trust them with all my PCs. But even look at this, how this comes in. Let's show them. Look how beautiful this comes in. It comes in a nice little fabric cloth. Your cables are all right there. And look, convenient. That's what we need. So for right now, that's all we're gonna do. And then we'll show you guys the power supply when we're done. All right. So what I'm about to do is, one thing I do like is that they have this. So I could go like that. Haha. Grab my cables. Haha. We're gonna go ahead and actually start connecting some of the front I/O. So to show you guys what we're working with for front I/O, so bring it here. So we do have a USB 3.1, USB, your regular USB, headphone, microphone, USB, and your LED controller. That, I mean, to me, that's kind of just not gonna be anything worth our time. We're gonna start introducing our I/O. We have officially done the back. These are still unnecessary as of right now, not unnecessary as a build. But now, if you notice, I don't have a heap of wires everywhere. So when I need to go up and cable manage here, I could bring all of this up and fix all of that. So good progress, good progress, good progress. Let's go ahead and actually, let's do something real quick and real fun. Lay her back down. And let's go ahead and add our beautiful LianLi RGB strimmer right in. This is gonna be a toughie. No, I can make it work. Can I make it work for you? All right, cool. That looks sick as of right now. So it's gonna go around and wrap down and then back. And then what I'm planning on doing is bring the ones from the GPU and route them through here, hopefully. Let's go ahead and bring what we're doing next. We're gonna put in our Vetroo. What is it? Lurker V240 in right now. So let's go ahead and show you guys the packaging, because I do like to show you guys. It also does give you your instructions right here of what you're going to be doing. So that's your water cooler with your water block, your AIO pump. This is all in one. That down the road, when we do a different case, because this is not the permanent home of this PC. So now I need to grab 2 more RGB fans from our Vetroo SY120 series. That's what we're going to be using for this build. All right, cool. So now we have this done. That's gonna go there. All right, we're finally done with the water cooler. At least positioning it in. Now we're gonna test specs. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. I still haven't put it in all the way, guys, because I've noticed that I put this mount the wrong way. So we'll be fixing the mounts because obviously I fucked up, and then we'll be placing that in. So we're gonna go back to the top view mount. Once that is inserted, we're gonna start working on putting in the GPU, wiring all of this up, and go from there. Cool. Now we do have perfect positioning. So let's move on. All right, let's go ahead and. That's more than enough. We're gonna bring this out. And get on. Cool. So where is the plastic bracket that we need to add before I bring this up? Because we're getting towards the final stages of the build. We're actually going to start getting ready to introduce the GPU. We're going to introduce some of the power. We're not going to cable manage until we have a post. So that goes there. All right, you guys ready for us to make this a match made in heaven? All right, when she's done putting all of that.
Ow.
So, powering this bad boy up. Founders Editions RTX 3080 Ti. 12 gigs of nothing but freaking FPS glory. Remember, more RGB, more FPS, but you also need this bad boy right here to make it a slapper. Right now we're actually doing the testing the vertical mount of the PC. After that, we're gonna get to doing some of the power, but it's gonna be a test power, so we're not gonna cable manage. We're just gonna make sure we boot, get to a bootable state. After that, then we cable manage, and we're close to being done with the build elite. One thing about doing vertical mounts that you got to be careful with is making sure that you be careful when you're lining your stuff up, making everything try to fit, because one wrong move down on the PCB of where it connects to the PCI Express, and you could kiss whatever you paid for on the graphics card goodbye. So right now, that's what I'm trying to make sure that I accomplish without breaking anything and then having to go cry to my bank account. And we're in. Trust me, I really, really, really do not like messing with vertical sometimes. All right, let's go ahead and bring this closer to you. All right, guys, you ready to see how it looks right now? Because pretty much this is all done in the front, besides the LianLi 8 pins that I'm gonna be introducing right now. Yeah, what you're seeing here, guys, this is essentially what I would use for a build if I'm making somebody a PC. Maybe not the vertical with GPU mount, and oh my god, that looks sexy. Just saying. But this is what I would do for somebody, essentially, if they're gonna spend $3,000 plus with me. A Ryzen 9 5950X I do not offer yet, or an RTX 3080 Ti. We will be offering it probably after we are done with this build. We're gonna do the calculation of how much we could do the retail PC for. But price range, comp player, you're looking anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. If you're only doing competitive playing, that's not if you're streaming. If you're streaming, make sure to go up at least to $2,200. Make sure you're running at least a RTX 3070 to keep at least your FPS as high as possible. And it also depends on what game you're playing, to be honest. We're gonna get our beautiful, beautiful LianLis. Let's go ahead and situate all of this real quick while we wait. All right, guys, time to grab the power supply and cross our fingers it boots. Even though that most of the time I feel confident that they always turn on, you never know with parts. So this is a part of the build that I usually get nervous on. Again, right now, the only thing you're gonna see running, I think I might need to connect a water block at least. You know what, yeah. Just to be on the safe side. No, I have it connected. It's just the RGB that won't turn on. All right, moment of truth. Yeah, it works. That was the problem.
What? What was the
All
problem?
right, so, wow, hilarious. Everything's working. Show them the screen. So just because I didn't have my fans plugged in, it didn't want to work.
You know that's already broken.
It was that simple. So with that being said, let's finish this build off and go from there. we're done with the back. Where's the SATA?
I'm telling you, you missed everything.
I know. Alright, we are done with the build. Here's the back. Here's the back, guys. What do you guys think? I mean, I know I could do a lot better. Again, this is my own build. So, it's pretty firm on there. Back to making sure everything works. Actually, I should bolt this down before I introduce power into the PC. So let me grab some screws. All right, y'all ready for this? Oh my golly.
Wow. Now I want some of those.
So this is the full gaming PC build, all completed, all done. We got a little bit of things to finish here. It looks like we actually have a full green light right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, full green light, no white.
Full green light.
Perfect. So everything's working now. Everything's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and call it from there. With that being said, guys, see you guys.